Hello. Okay. I have a lot of makeup that I'm looking to declutter, and I've got to make some decisions. I haven't in a long time. I've had a lot of stuff sitting to the side, and I've added more stuff to it, and I just haven't been making decisions. So I'm using a palette today, and I'm deciding if I'm keeping it or not. The palette today, it's the Morphe Jaclyn Hill. Which one were you? Armed and Gorgeous. I had the whole set. Two of them I already depotted, the ones that I liked, and just got rid of the rest of the shades. I haven't had the best of experiences with this one, but we're gonna try it. I don't quite know the look I'm gonna do yet, but we'll see. Before we get into that though, if you're not familiar with who I am, hello, I'm Jess. I stream on Twitch. I do beauty related content here on YouTube, as well as gaming and music reaction content. If you're interested in any of that, maybe go sub. If not, that's fine. Do whatever you want. You're a grown-ass person. But here's a Twitch clip.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save you some tears, I'll give it to someone special.
Did you get it?
I did! It was me!
Am I too bright? Is that better? That looks too dark, maybe. Maybe it's just because I don't have any makeup on. I am a very pale bitch. Okay. I also just reorganized my desk, and I'm like really happy with how it's laid out. I'll go ahead and insert a clip of that because I did like a little video on TikTok of it. I feel like I've used the Tarte Shape Tape with this palette before, and maybe that's why I didn't like it. So let's use like one of my actual eye primers for it and see if that makes a difference. Even though I do feel like I struggle with these eye primers too. I've yet to find an eye primer that I like. I've ordered the Kaleidos one, but being an indie brand and being in China, it's gonna take a long time before my stuff gets here. So I've had other videos that I've recorded, and I don't know that those are gonna see the light of day. I tried recording when I really wasn't feeling well, and I was really exhausted, really tired. But one of the videos that I recorded was a, words are hard. This. It was this. It was the first impressions. Oh, that's backwards. It was the first impressions of the At Forest Site video. At Forest Site palette. Oh my god. Words are hard. I definitely want to refilm with that. It's not obviously not going to be a first impressions. Spoiler alert, I do like it. I'll probably do like a get ready with me or something. But yeah, I've really liked the looks that I've done with it. Both looks that I've done with it have kind of leaned more towards using the blues in the palette. If I remember, I'll put pictures of the looks that I did, because I'm pretty sure I have selfies of both of them. Alright, what am I doing here? By the way, so I already kind of explained that I'm trying to declutter these, but basically with my declutters, like I have like a bucket. I call it the fuck it bucket, because like once I decide fuck this, it goes in the fuck it bucket. Under my desk that I put stuff in to give to friends and things like that. I don't quite know what I'm calling like this series, because I think that's what I'm gonna do, is I think I'm gonna make this a series. Like I sit down, use the palette, make the final decision, get the fuck out, or decide to depot it. Anyway, I did this last year where I gave pretty much the whole bucket to a friend of mine who didn't have any makeup and wanted makeup. So I sent her probably a good $200 some worth of palettes and stuff. Granted, a lot of it was from like BoxyCharm. But yeah, it's been a year since I've emptied the bucket because I gave that to her last year for Christmas. So it's about time for me to empty the bucket again. So I really want to get through these. So I'm probably going to like really make myself record over the next like week or so with these palettes so that I can just get the fuck out and make my decisions on them. What am I doing? What if I do like all the oranges and browns up top and then I do the green on the bottom? And then the golds on the lid with maybe that on the inner corner. That way I'm using a lot of the shades. That sounds fun. Okay. I actually really don't hate this color. Normally I don't like oranges and stuff on me. There's something about the tone of this one that I do like. Also, I'm trying to bear in mind that I have the Kaleidos Sci-Fi palette. Oh shit, you know what I should have fucking done? Oh, I should have done one eye with this palette and one eye with the Kaleidos palette to see what one I like better. Holy shit. Well, I might do 2 days of filming with this and do that tomorrow because I'm pretty sure the colors are super fucking similar. I have it right on the top of my Kaleidos pile because I reach into this all the fucking time. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that. Look at the fucking similarities. Okay, we might have to do that. This might be like a little bit of a two-part video then. We'll see. We'll see how I feel by the end of this. I might decide that I hate this, so we'll ah. Let's see. Something smaller. Wipe that off of my pants. Oh, there's my color switch. Going in with darker orange here. It's really not that dark on the eye. It looks a lot darker in the pan. Definitely going to try to deepen that outer corner with dark brown in here. We'll see how that looks. If you can hear my dog licking herself, sorry. She is under my desk. And she does what she wants, don't you, Ripley? Okay, I'm going to use that same brush I used for the dark orange. Ripley, you're disgusting. You're nasty. What are you... You're not even licking yourself, you're just licking the floor, you fucking weirdo. I don't like this brown. I wish there was like a deeper shade in here because maybe it's just me and how I don't really like a lot of neutral shades, but I just feel like this isn't deep enough. I am dipping a little bit more into that orange. That brown kind of just dusted away completely on that eye, but not as much on this eye. That's alright. That has me leaning towards this being a declutter, or one that I may be deep hot. Because if the deepest shade in it doesn't even really work, what's the point? Alright, I'm going to bring that green in here. Almost doesn't even look green, does it? I'll go into that first orange. Kind of bring that on that inner corner. I'm going to put a shimmer on top of that too, but if I remember right, the shimmer doesn't have a lot of base to it. So I'm going to use that first orangey yellow to kind of brighten this area up and give it like an undertone here. So I really do think that this white shade is just like a top coat. I could be remembering wrong though. I'm gonna reach into a black to deepen up that outer edge. I'm gonna use the Kaleidos black from the Sci-Fi green palette. Okay, I'm gonna use that same brush and just try to like tap on a little bit more of that brown next to the black. Alright, tapping it on kind of helped to bring some of it back. Alright, a little bit more in the green. I think I'm going to use the brighter... Actually, here, let me swatch these. I think I want this one. Yeah. It is pretty. I just feel like it's not... Gold isn't really a color I reach for a ton, and I feel like I have other golds that are a little bit more impactful. Like I'm really having to layer this. Maybe it'd be better if I used a wet brush. We'll try that after I get like a base layer on. Brushes never pick up shimmers for me though. I see other people do it and I'm like, how? How are you getting the color to be that impactful? Like I have to really drag that brush like and press really hard to get the product on it, and it doesn't ever seem like it's enough on the brush. I try to get both sides so I don't have to dip the wet brush back in. It was a little bit too much spray. I mean, I guess. I don't know. This technique never seems to make a difference for me. I don't know. Let me dip a little bit back into that brown and we'll just kind of... I just really don't lean towards these colors on me. I feel like if the green was more green, but it looks too brown. This is the only brush I ever seem to be able to get to pick up like a shadow. Like an inner corner highlight or something for me. And it's like really tiny. I thought I remembered this having like a gold shift to it, but it's like silvery white. Not really impressed with that. This particular palette I've struggled with since I got it. And I'm past a point where I think it's as me, like not that I'm like an expert at makeup or anything, but I definitely have other shades like these that I feel like work so much better. Let me put something else on that inner corner. Maybe I'll just use a little bit of the topper from the Hypercolor palette. Love these things. As a whole, this isn't my favorite palette, but these topper shades are beautiful. They're definitely very flaky though. So if you don't like that flaky texture, you probably won't like it. Maybe if I put on like the bright green eyeliner from Linda Hallberg, maybe it'll bring the green out more. Yeah, you really just can't tell that that's green. It looks even less green now that I have this on. I think I'm ready to just make the decision on this palette and just say no. I think this is just gonna go in the fuck it bucket. I'm not even gonna bother doing a comparison to the Kaleidos because I already know the Kaleidos quality is better. I know that that green looks like green on me. This doesn't look like green. Does it look green on camera? Here, let me zoom. My eye has decided to get really irritated. I think something got in it. Probably when I was putting on the eyeliner, I might have just shoved like a little bit of shadow in there. Ugh, let me just... see if it'll let me touch that a little bit. That outer corner is now messy as hell, but you know what? I don't give a shit. If you're new here, I don't typically wear mascara. Put on a little bit of lip oil. I don't typically wear mascara. I don't really wear foundation. Like every once in a while, I'll get the urge to put them on, but I don't like how they feel, first of all, because mascara tends to irritate my eyes. And with foundation, I don't like how it looks, and I don't enjoy putting it on. I wear makeup completely for fun and to just play with it, so I'm gonna skip the parts of the process that I just flat out don't like. This blush isn't something I'm decluttering. In fact, look how much pan. Look at it. Look at it. I am gonna be a little bit sad when this color goes away, but it's gonna free up a space on my little magnetic bar here, so I have to figure out something to go up there to replace it. I'm gonna use Flexitarian, maybe. Yeah, let's see. I don't know when that shut off. I put on blush, I put on a little bit of highlight, I'm putting on a little bit of concealer. I'm really lazy and I never like fully wet my beauty blender thingy, so I'll usually just take like a skincare spray and spray it a little bit. Lazy. I'm just using whatever is left over to kind of clean up a little bit just under the eye. Put that away. Alright. Do I want to use you? Yeah, let's use Ray Rider. This is from Kaleidos. I love this thing. This is definitely not something that I'm trying to declutter. Definitely not. Oh yeah, that definitely matches the eye look. I need to actually fill in my brows. I don't know why. The arch of my brow never wants to take product at first. I almost wonder if I have a little bit of a scar there too, because I know I have one on this eyebrow. I feel like I didn't do very well on my brows today, but whatever. Yeah. I'm kind of feeling like I maybe want to do a green lipstick. It might be kind of cool. Might help actually make the green stand out. And I'm probably going to go in and try to pack on a little bit more of the green shadow on the lower lash line. This is really bright green though. Do I want to do... or do I want to do my dark green? I think I want to do my dark green. You know what? I don't think the green works. I think they're both the wrong tone. Maybe I should just do black. Black goes with everything. Or, this might look kind of cool. A little bit like earthy. Alright. This is why I always just end up doing black. Black goes with everything. I love black lipstick. I love black lipstick. I look damn good in it. It goes with everything. It pulls every look together. I love it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make the decision and say I'm getting rid of that palette. I know I have the Kaleidos formula that I like. I have greens and other formulas that I like. I don't think there's any reason for me to keep that. Like, I think there's even Swampy Greens in the Lunar Moonspell palette, right? Yep, Swampy Greens. Actually, I've used this one quite a bit. I used that one a lot for my Beetlejuice look that I did for Halloween. It was a good mossy green color. Alright, one palette down. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Quick look at the 10 palettes that we'll be going through. Bling Boss, which is the last one I have from the Vault collection. If I use this again and decide to get rid of it, I might be popping this shade out, because if I remember right, I did really like how that looked. And then the Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette. I never use the bronzer because I don't use bronzer. I don't feel like I like how this blush looks on me. I never use this highlight because of the giant chunks of glitter, like literal shards of glitter. And then I definitely, I don't know if you can see that I have done some damage to these shades in here, because when I was first learning makeup, I definitely was dipping into these kind of tones a lot because I was trying to learn placement and everything, and they were nice and neutral. I just don't know if I need that anymore, because I almost never do neutral makeup. Though when I do, that and another palette that I'm going to show you, I tend to reach for. The Urban Decay, I think it was called the Heavy Metals palette. I might be taking this one and depotting it. Actually, you know what? Let's take that green and pack that on my lower lash line a little bit. Alright, well the green stands out more. So there's that. I hate the packaging in this. I thought I was gonna really like the packaging because it's shiny and just, yeah, but the packaging's awful. Awful. Another palette that's on the chopping block. I got this one in a boxy charm, and this one, I used to use this a lot, again, when I was learning. You can definitely see a really big dent in this one, in the black. This black I used for the longest time for my brows because it doesn't come across as pure black. And I don't like how eyeshadow looks in my brows anymore. I like the pencils. So I'm thinking that that's probably going to be one that I get rid of, but again, I'll want to use them before I make that decision. The Gingerbread palette. Mine doesn't want to like shut the whole way. I don't know if you can you see how it's like, it doesn't close the whole way. And I already had to pop one shade out because I was allergic to it. And to be honest, I haven't reached for this that much since I popped that shade out. I think part of me is like worried that I'm gonna be allergic to something else in it. The Kat Von D Metal Matte palette, back before we all knew what a gross piece of shit she is. I look at this now and there's shades that I use a lot. Like, I really use a lot of, like, these mermaidy shades and purples. However, I don't know if this formula stands up to the formulas that I have from, like, Juvia's Place and Kaleidos and even my ColourPop and stuff like that. Like, oh, my Menagerie. Because I know I've got some colors that will really compete with this. And since this is such a large palette, I might have to do a couple of looks with this before I make that final decision. But it's such a massive palette. It's so fucking long. It didn't need to be this long. It really didn't. They could have put the palette, like put the shades in closer together or something. Unnecessarily big. Or even made it like more square. I don't know. This is on the chopping block though. This little dude that I got in a boxy charm. It's a Tarte palette. I don't even know what one you are. What are you? Rainforest of the Sea. It's just shimmers. It's just neutral ass shimmers. I never ever ever use shimmers in like these tones, except for like maybe the inner corner if they're bright enough, but a lot of these kind of aren't. I might give this to my mom. My mom might like that. And then we've got some BH palettes. I've got the Supernova. I think between my other BH Cosmetics palettes with the baked formulas, the Zodiac line, I don't think that these are necessary to have like in my collection, especially since like a lot of these, I almost never use shades that dark on my lid as far as like shimmers go. I'm usually going for more bright, colorful, or just like trying to get it to look as metallic as possible, and I don't know that these palettes in particular give that to me. Now this one, I'm more inclined to think that I probably will be keeping this, but again, I've got to use it more. I haven't been using it. I need to sit with that for a while. And again, I think like the Metal Matte palette, I think these ones I'm gonna have to use a couple of times to make that final call. And then the Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies palette, I bought it because zombies. So even if I decide to take this out of my collection, I'm probably gonna set it up on the shelf and just have the packaging showing because it's spooky and it's got little zombie hands, and you know, I like zombie stuff. But I do think that this is probably gonna end up getting pulled from my collection because I look at this and I'm just like bored. really, really bored. I'm gonna make myself use these, that way I have that, yes, I really am okay with getting rid of it, like I did today for this palette, the Bling Boss, or wait, what was that? No, Armed and Gorgeous. I can't even remember what the palette was called. I don't know when the next one of these is gonna go up. I'm gonna really try to get through these. Yeah, I don't know when the next one of these is gonna go up. I'm gonna really try to get through these so that I can clear out the space. I am getting a bunch of palettes for Christmas. I know that for a fact. My mom bought me a bunch of Kaleidos stuff, and the Beetlejuice palettes from Melt. So I definitely needed to clear out space and really reevaluate what I'm using and not. So that's it. That's all I have for you today. If you are interested in following on Twitch, go do that. If not, that's fine. If you're interested in subbing, do that. If not, that's also fine. You do you. I will see you later. Okay, bye.